So I wonder how disturbed my mind is. Like, I already know they come over here and they basically layer realities on top of us, and then expect us to filter through it or attempt to live our lives, even though we're like feeling like we're surrounded by this entire mess, So if right now I'm driving and like I hear them talking and like I could just ignore them, I usually do, But then I also observe what the conditioning spirit inside of me, the possessing spirit, has been like basically creating and programming, That's like the automated response system. So essentially I'm right here and I'm just driving and I'm listening to their voices. And just from hearing their voices, you know what happens silently? Like, I'm just driving and I listen, silently paying attention, being aware. And with their talk, all of a sudden, it's like I hear their talk, and basically, so that the entity, the extra conscience can start to feel some kind of way, they start to narrate something around it, So basically, it's like saying how you can tell when you're already possessed is because the oppressor shows up. When the oppressor shows up, he knows that you're possessed and that you're aware, so he wants you to tune into that variation of yourself, thus distracting yourself from a very important moment in your life. Like me, I'm right behind a gas tanker right now as we speak. So tell me, is it dangerous that my mind and the way they sell existence to people is that you shouldn't believe that right now all the multitasking you have lived and experienced have given you the exceptional skills of being able to professionally talk about endangering anything that wants to feel endangered and maintaining the safety of anything that wants to be maintained in safety, And I'm doing it all the while basically carrying all the energies that are essentially, meant to not exactly be drawn in the perception of all this information, At least as some will famously put it, because remember, if there's somebody possessing you, messing with the way you spit out words, then clearly they're the ones compiling the order of what is being said. And if there's somebody oppressing you, then they're the ones shaping the energy and the way you're responding and feeding an instant or a moment, And yeah, I can just release it whenever I want to make a point, But it doesn't make it any less or any more whatever you're here trying to narrate alongside me. Like, why would a masculine energy be here talking about, see, when I just, fed out a strong energetic pool, or just produced one? I mean, that's what the whole time they've been here doing. I'm here driving, and what they're here doing is just oppress, which means like talk about things that you'll imagine inside of yourself being bothersome or something like that. I mean, basically it's trying to explain why the possessing being that's carrying negative energy, is supposed to be accepted inside the body, because essentially there's no reason to feel any negativity. Just think about it. Like, it has never been you when you've been angry. They call it a spirit of anger. So if it's a spirit of anger, like, what is society really like hiding in the shadows trying to do or not do, or hide from being aware that it's happening? Think about it. For me, I'd say they're too caught up with my distraction of imagining going very fast and crashing into that tanker, because the possessing spirit decided to put all its gravitational conscience force on my foot, and then thus, bam, all of a sudden, crash, But apparently, I mean, they used to talk about manifestation. I'm here looking at the tanker. I don't feel my foot getting heavier, I don't see it here, I mean, besides being spoken and having happened in that way, that's about it, So, with that being said, I'll leave it at that.